All right, welcome back to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition. This is episode number 45, and I'm back here at Red Morton Park in beautiful, glorious, and sunny Redwood City, California. The sun is out. It's the beginning of the new year, 2019, and gosh, gotta love this weather. It's a little brisk right now. I think it's about 55 degrees as it was when I started this video yesterday, but the temperature got up to like 65, 67 yesterday by the time I finished my walk in the early afternoon. So it's like, wow, God, this is amazing weather. And that's why we pay so much to live out here in the San Francisco Bay Area because the climate is just freaking amazing when compared to other parts of the country here in the U.S. or other parts of the world. It's just unbelievable. It doesn't get any better than this. But anyway, I'm back for another episode here today, and I'll mention off the bat some interesting things have transpired recently. Now, let me make this very clear here. My videos are primarily focused to share examples and to help people, navigate through this crazy modern world we all live in. They're not specifically catered to one market, such as YouTube, such as Facebook, my website, or anywhere else where I post my material. But there are certain situations that I share examples on that will focus on one particular market, such as YouTube, for example, because YouTube is the largest video platform in the world, and they have the largest online community, in regards to sharing your videos. I do focus a lot of my energy, responding to certain things that happen out in the YouTube community, especially communities that I participate in within YouTube. So I don't want people to get confused here. I have a lot of friends on Facebook where I share my content, and a lot of them are not involved on the YouTube scene, and even if they are, they don't really know what's going on in the communities that participate or within the communities that participate on YouTube. So I just wanted to kind of make it clear that, I pretty much cater my content to whatever makes sense. I share real life examples, and sometimes that means even discussing certain things that happen on YouTube within certain groups or people in regards to their behavior, their thought process, etc. So just kind of wanted to clear that up to start things off here today. Now, before I get to the topic, I have a couple of things I'll be discussing here today. Let me also tackle something else that came up yesterday after I released episode number 44 of my daily walk, where I shared a story in a previous relationship where my ex had a friend who so happens to be a gay male. And I mentioned that her gay male, cucked me. A lot of people out there in the part of the community I'm involved in that doesn't like me or like my message have been coming out and saying that you're a self-proclaimed admitted cuck. Let me clear that up right now. You can think whatever you want to think. Okay? All that matters is how I feel about myself and what's happening in my personal life. And quite frankly, I no longer, share every single little detail about my personal life, who I may be spending time with or seeing. I may refer to it in a how do I say it? Um, in a roundabout way without mentioning names and shit like that. But I learned my lesson from my previous channel to not bring any woman I may be dating on YouTube or mentioning her name or putting out information out there that, can be used against me. So let me explain to you folks. This is just how I feel and why I said that. And you take it for whatever it's worth. You want to create response videos. You want to continue this bullshit shenanigan that's been going on. That's totally up to you. When I said that this gay man cucked me, okay, if we look at the actual meaning of what a cuck is a man that allows the woman he's with to sleep with other guys and he's okay with it. He has no problems with it. Okay? That is the true meaning of a cuck right there. Pretty much a beta male, or in the MGTOW community known as a blue pill simp white knight mangina that conforms to a woman's wants and needs. That is definitely not me. Okay? This gay male, okay, did not sleep with my ex. Okay? He's a gay male. He's a friend. He's basically like a girlfriend to her because he's a gay male. He's like a girlfriend on steroids to her. And when I said that he cucked me, it was a figure of speech that actually meant he intervened in our relationship and basically had, and probably to this day still has, so much influence on her that I feel he was able to, consciously or subconsciously sway a decision in my ex's head as part of her reason for breaking up with me. That's the honest truth. Okay? So when I say I got cucked by a gay man, if we look at it literally, how in the world could this guy cuck me when he wasn't sleeping with my ex behind my back? It was a figure of speech. And if you guys want to get off on that, and you guys, want to, continue to do your videos and do what you got to do, I'll be honest with you. It's purely entertainment for me. It's blowing up my ego because all it's saying is that you are so focused and so interested in my life that you can't get enough of me. And even though you know what I just said was right, there's no way this guy could have cucked me. The fact alone that I just came out and said it is enough for you guys to twist it in any way you want to twist it and actually put it out there to your sorry ass sad audience that follows this stupid shit, this stupid content that you guys are creating. Okay, I'm gonna get more into that in a little bit later on because part of my daily walk episode today is going to involve what I just mentioned here. It's going to involve this group of people once again because I'm going to be talking about obsessive behavior. Okay, so with that being said, again, I'm not a cuck. I'm not proclaiming myself to be a cuck. Okay, but everyone has their own opinion about others, and you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. But I want to clear it up for the record, that I never once came out and admitted and self-proclaimed myself to be a cuck. I said I got cucked by a gay man in a figurative way. In the real life example I shared in my video yesterday. So think what you want to think. Do what you got to do. It's all good. I'm happy within myself. That's all that matters. I don't let that shit bring me down. I'm back here to live another day and to, to enjoy this walk and to produce another video to help the people out there that really want to be helped. to be there for the people that really enjoy my content, and they enjoy my content because it helps them get through their day for whatever reason they're watching it. Okay. All right. So let's get to the topic of today's Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition, episode number 45. And that is, Coach Eli's coaching methods, or why are Coach Eli's coaching methods unusual? Or are Coach Eli's coaching methods unusual? Or Coach Eli has unusual coaching methods? I'm going to share about that because that is definitely true. There's no one out here running a coaching business like me. It's very different. My approach is very different. My videos are very different. And then I'm going to go into obsessive behavior is unhealthy and unattractive. Obsessive behavior is unhealthy and unattractive. I'll get to that in just a little bit. And I've got some great examples to share in regards to that. Primarily, I'll just surprise you guys. I'm not gonna say primarily what I'm going to be discussing with the people that have been following me for a while. Probably know where I'm going to go with this, at least partially. So, let's talk about Coach Eli's unusual coaching style. And is my coaching style considered to be professional? Oh, I heard the fire truck. Okay. Whenever I hear any emergency vehicle, even if I'm recording, I always look around. You never know. You never know if they're coming your way. You don't want to get in their way. So, let's talk about my unusual coaching style. Is it unusual according to what you would typically see out there as a coach? There are many coaches out there. Many of you know the popular ones. There's Coach Corey Wayne, which I highly respect. And I think he's one of the few that does things right. There's Coach Dan Bacon, which I've fully respected before in the past, but I've grown to learn that I do like some of his methods, but some things I disagree with him on. Especially, the way he handles no contact. He doesn't really believe in the no contact rule. He believes in the very short version. I'm not going to, specifically go into, I'm not going to go into specifics about each of these coaches. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that down the road from my home studio, like a 2-hour special or something, and really dissect what I think about these other coaches out there. Okay. There's Coach Craig Kenneth that I highly respect. He has a degree. He's a psychotherapist. He has a master's in psychology. And he also, what I respect more than his degree is the fact that he's had a lot of personal experience in dating women. Okay? And he is one of the few others that, not all the time, but will occasionally share a personal story regarding what he's been through. And I highly respect Craig Kenneth because of the fact that he has shared personal stories. He's a really down-to-earth person. He does have a psychology degree, and he also talks about things that no other coaches talk about. And I've learned a lot from him. I've learned a lot from him in regards to, the different attachment styles out there. Okay? Healthy attachment styles, which is, or the healthy attachment style, which is, pretty much normal. And there's also the anxious attachment style. There's the avoidant attachment style. There's the anxious avoidant I've done videos on those in the past. I'm trying to avoid a person that was coming my way, and so I crossed the street, and now she's coming on this side, so I'm going to go back over here. I'm just trying to be courteous. So that I do respect Craig Kenneth a lot because he shares some excellent information. He responds to emails. He uploads regularly on YouTube, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. Okay, and he's very professional, but he's also very, very down to earth and real. He doesn't swear as much as I do, or hardly swears at all. And I don't see the extreme. Oh, that's a cement truck coming. I don't see a lot of the crazy emotion coming out of him, but I do occasionally see emotion coming out of him. So I definitely respect Coach Craig Kenneth. Okay. And there are some new people on the scene. There's Coach Mac McCarthy that I mentioned yesterday, which is partially where I got the topic from yesterday's video from Coach Mac McCarthy. He's a guy who used to live in the San Francisco Bay Area. And now he lives in Thailand. And he's in his late 30s, and he's also had a lot of personal experience. And he shares a lot of real stories, responds to emails, and you can see his emotion, and he swears. Okay? There's another guy. He's a newer guy. His name is Kyle. He runs the Masculine Energy channel. I believe he's based out of Canada, and I believe he's in his like late 20s. And for a guy being in his 20s to understand the information I understand, and many of us that are in our late 30s and 40s understand, I'm quite impressed. I like his content. He follows Corey Wayne and does a lot of similar topics as Corey Wayne. He kind of regurgitates Corey Wayne stuff and puts his own spin on it. I do like the guy. I think he's pretty cool. But I think he's got a long way to go because he's still pretty young. And when I was in my 20s, I'll tell you, I thought I knew everything about women, at least like by my late 20s, but I didn't. I still don't know a lot more. But, there's no disrespect to a coach out there that's under the age of 30, but I'll tell you, you really don't start to understand female nature or just dating nature in general until you hit your 30s and maybe even get to your mid 30s. So, but I still have, respect for him. But he's a pretty cool guy. He says it as it is. And he'll swear, not as much as me, but he does swear quite often, and he just expresses himself pretty well. He also has a girlfriend. Doesn't mention her name, and he lives with her, but completely separates the business from her. It's funny, like he's even said in certain videos that he's recorded, while he's recorded them, that his girlfriend's in the other room. So, that's that. So, pretty much, I'm not going to go through every coach that I follow out there. I just wanted to mention a few of the more popular ones out there currently because their coaching style is way different than mine. Okay? So many people have questioned my coaching style because some people think I share too much information. Some people, think that I get too emotional, within the stories I share. Some people think because I share these stories, I'm not over an ex or over something that was hurting me or traumatizing me in the past. Okay? Just because I share stories that are raw, real, and natural. Okay? And even though I know I've moved past everything I mentioned, it doesn't mean when I talk about them, I'm not going to feel the pain or feel the emotion I went through when those events were happening. Because it doesn't matter how strong of a person you are. It doesn't matter how much you've learned from your past mistakes and you've moved forward. And let's say you start seeing somebody else, or you've bettered yourself since those experiences. Regardless of how much you move past any certain traumatic event, when you talk about it, it's going to rehash that in your mind. It's going to put you back, into that moment. And naturally, any human being is going to feel the emotion and the pain of that moment. And I enjoy sharing the emotion and the pain of moments I've been through, so you folks know that you're not alone when you're feeling something similar while you're going through something similar as I share. A lot of people say I share too much. A lot of people say that, and these are a lot of the people that don't like my message. There's a small group on YouTube that doesn't like my message. I'll get to them in just a little bit, during the second part of this topic. And a lot of people say that, you're very unprofessional. You talk shit about people. You call people out. It's not professional for you as a coach to present yourself in the way you're presenting yourself and to call certain people out through your videos. Let me tell you something. I'm Coach Eli, aka Elias Melas. That is my real name. This is my real fucking face. I come out here and I am who I am. And I don't know of any other way to be but who I am and who I was meant to be. And this is what you get through me. If you don't like my style, move on. Go on to somebody else. But the reason why you stick around is because you know I'm different. And whether you agree with my message or not, okay, or like me or not, okay, the fact that I'm different is interesting to you. It's not boring. It's not the same old shit. There's no one else out there doing anything remotely close to what Coach Eli is doing. Okay? I'm the straight shooter. I'm not going to come out here and kiss your ass and give you the politically correct PC answer to try to prove to you that I'm professional enough to get paid by you. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to give you the straightforward truth, because whether you watch my videos and only consume my free content, or if you decide to use my paid services such as phone coaching, email coaching, and now I've got a couple more options coming very soon with topic video requests and private personal videos that I'll be doing for people, okay? If you use any of my services, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything at all when I respond to you, because I want you to learn. I want you to be able to take a bunch of things away from what I mentioned to you based on my past experiences and start making an immediate change. I'm not going to sit there and throw you a bunch of fluff like some other coaches do. This is what some other coaches do. They'll say, hey, if this is your first time here on my channel, go below in the description and click on the link and take this 3-minute quiz that will give you a percentage of what your chances are in getting your ex back. What a fucking crock of shit. What a fucking crock of shit. There's no fucking, computer-generated program that can give you an accurate percentage of your chances in getting your ex back. Okay? If you're a man and you want your ex back and she dumped you, this is just for example purposes, The only way that you're ever going to get a chance is if she decides on her own. You give her the time and space and you don't bug her. You move on with your life. And if one day the epiphany hits her and she says, oh, I miss this guy, and she reaches out to you, at that point you're going to get your chance. But there's no system out there that's going to be able to exactly pinpoint your chances or an exact time of when she's going to do that, if she ever does do that. Okay? It's a bunch of crap. Okay? Some of these other coaches will say, okay, my 30-day no contact, or my no contact rule is different and the real one compared to what other coaches are saying. Some have 30-day no contact, some have 7-day no contact, some have 60, 90-day contact, no contact, 60 or 90-day no contact. They all proclaim a different version of the no contact rule. It's a bunch of bullshit. One of the few people that has the no contact rule right, I'm one of them. Another one is Coach Corey Wayne. The no contact rule is indefinite. If your other half makes a unilateral decision to change the terms of your relationship from romantic to friendship, or from romantic to not wanting anything to do with you at all, what you do is you accept those terms and you say, hey, look, I don't agree with those terms. Sorry you feel that way, but I understand how you feel. I don't agree with it. I'm not looking to just be friends. If they want to be friends, I'm looking for something romantic. I liked what we had in the romantic way, but if you don't feel that way, that's fine. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to walk away. But give me a call if you change your mind. Then you turn, you walk away, you never look back, and you never reach out to them again. Unless they reach out to you. And if they reach out to you, you don't have to respond to them right away. You don't want to come off as the type of person that's waiting desperately by the phone for them to reach out to you so you can rekindle shit. Maybe wait a couple hours. Maybe wait a day or two. Okay? But a bunch of coaches out there, have all this fluff. And they dress all nice and spiffy, and they have these professionally done videos in a studio. And a lot of these coaches partner with other people that claim to be coaches. I've seen this one coach, I'll mention him, his name is Brad Browning. I just think he's the biggest crock of shit on the internet. But he has a large YouTube channel, and he's created a system that makes him money where his information is shit, in my opinion. It's totally shitty. Brad Browning. What Brad Browning does is, he enlists other people and basically has them become a coach. Primarily women, because women are cute, and he knows that guys are going to look at women. So what does Brad Browning do? He connects with a bunch of different women. These women create a channel and start self-proclaiming themselves as a coach. And then what do they do at the end of their videos? They say, well, I am partnered up with Brad Browning. And if you want to see what your chances are of getting your ex back, click the link below, which will link you to Brad Browning's quiz. That will give you a percentage of what your chances are. And that link from that particular subpar coach that was enlisted by Brad Browning has an affiliate link. And if somebody, registers on Brad Browning's site through that link, and then they purchase any paid Brad Browning services, that subpar fake coach that Brad Browning enlisted is going to get a kickback out of that. It's a bunch of bullshit. I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm here to give you the raw, real, straightforward truth. Okay? Just because I'm out here walking in the park with a selfie stick doesn't mean I'm not professional. Just because I talk a bunch of shit doesn't mean I'm not professional. I may sound like I talk a bunch of shit, but I'm straightforward and I keep it real and I don't hold anything back. I'm not going to sugarcoat things, because you know what? When you sugarcoat shit, It's fake. You're going to get nothing but the raw, real truth from Coach Eli. I speak from the heart. I speak from the heart, and quite frankly, I don't really give a shit what anyone thinks about me. I come out and I say that, and people say, how professional is that when you say, I don't give a shit about what people think about me? Because when people hear that, the people that appreciate who I am are going to say, hey, he has confidence. He's like, you know what? He doesn't need anyone to be happy. But if someone, is cool, normal, and decent, he'll be cool to hang around with them. He'd be cool to hang around with. Okay? When I say I don't give a shit about what people think about me, it's just a figure of speech in saying that I'm not afraid to be myself. And if people are going to like me, they're going to like me. If not, they're not. People want to use my services, they will. If they don't, they won't. All I'm here to say is that I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything, and that doesn't mean I lack professionalism. My videos are very high quality, like I mentioned before. Even the ones recorded on my iPhone with a nice headset and a selfie stick. These are high quality videos. I do the editing myself professionally. My in-studio videos, where I do response videos and do interviews, are professionally done in high quality with a great microphone and great cameras. I put effort into what I do. And some people even said out there, I've seen in the comments, well, just because you have high quality equipment, doesn't mean that your content is great or that you're worthy. No, I get that. I totally get that. Okay? It's your opinion. But quite frankly, I know no other way to be than the way I am. I'm straightforward, I'm raw, real, open-minded. But at the same time, I'm very sensitive, kind, caring, loyal, and giving. And I never come out here and say I'm all that in the bag of chips. I'm not. But let me tell you something. There's no other person out there like Coach Eli. There's no other person out there that's going to love you and care for you and, wish you the best and try to give you the best stuff to help you. No one else out there like Coach Eli doing that. Maybe the world isn't ready for Coach Eli. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe I'm so different and you folks are so used to having things a certain way that you can't handle someone like me, or you don't know what to do with someone like me. And maybe that's why that throws some people off, such as the people I'm going to be discussing here in just a little bit. That's part of the second part of this topic here. But I will say again, just because I do things the way I do them, I'm straightforward. I talk about a variety of topics from many different platforms and many different groups. And in some cases, one of my audiences might be confused as to the group I'm talking about. Well, there's really nothing to be confused about because I use these situations as example purposes. I don't use any of the situations to snap back at people and to try to retaliate or to try to poke the bear or to try to stimulate a response video or something like that. I do this because I've experienced it and I want to share that experience. I want to share with you folks how I handled it maybe wrong the first time, and then the second time around I handled it better so you can learn from it. Okay? I share these experiences, like I said, once again, for example purposes. And some people out there think that that's not the reason. They think it's because I'm venting my frustrations and letting my emotion out. That is partially true. I'll be honest about that. I do. You know what? Doing what I do is very self-therapeutic. Because in my opinion, if you're not really feeling what you're doing within your heart and soul, then you're not doing it for the right reason. I really feel every video I put out there. I really feel every story I share. I really feel every comment I respond to. I feel it. This is the real me. And if you prefer a bunch of hogwash fluff that's presented to you in what's known as politically correct professional, if you like the PC professional stuff out there online, that's a bunch of hogwash, just trying to take your money, then go for it. If you want the real thing, that's what you're going to get with me. I can help people, and I will continue to help people. Okay? All right. Let's get the second part of this video. How long have we gone for? We have gone for, 36 minutes already? Holy shit. Is that 36 minutes? Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, so let's talk about obsessive behavior is unhealthy and unattractive. Obsessive behavior is unhealthy and unattractive. Let me go ahead and just say at the beginning of this part, let me just talk about something briefly before I get into the main aspect I want to talk about, the main example I'm going to use. Okay. If you're in a relationship, let's say you're in a heterosexual relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, you both are totally in love, you both are happy together. You need to try to keep it well balanced and well rounded and well grounded. Because let me tell you, one of the biggest turnoffs to both men and women is when one side is obsessed with the other. When one side is obsessed with the other, even if it's a woman obsessed with a man, I've been on dates with women and even dated women in the past that became obsessive, and it got, let me tell you, it becomes way too much. But especially if you're a man and you're obsessed with a woman, that's going to turn her off and repel her, and she's going to leave you very, very quickly after that. Obsessive behavior is unhealthy emotionally, and it's unattractive. And it's one of the quickest ways that's going to start sending your relationship the opposite way, and it's going to end your relationship. I just wanted to kind of throw that in there because that's pretty obvious. I'm sure you guys and gals out there at one point in your life have dated someone or maybe married someone that was very obsessed by you and put you so high on a pedestal, okay, and latched on to you, to your ankle or to your hands or or to your shoulders, and just basically made it very obvious that they can't live without you and you are their entire purpose. It's very, very unattractive and very unhealthy. Okay, so let's leave that at that there. People understand that one. That's a pretty common thing that happens, and there's no need to get further into that. But let's talk about the obsessive behavior some of these guys on YouTube have regarding me. So for example purposes, again, I'm not trying to poke the bear, but I'm going to share this because I can and I want to, and that's what I do. Because I want to show you people the types of people you're going to be dealing out there in life. Whether it's for business purposes, whether it's for personal purposes, you're going to probably encounter people like this, and you know what? You need to learn how to handle them. Okay? So there's a group of guys out there, I've been talking about them, they're called the Purple Pill guys. They've created this fancy group called the Cuckbusters. Okay? Today I'm going to mention their names because I just don't give a shit because they're public out there on YouTube, so who really cares? There's a guy, his name is Joe Buddy. and he runs the Joe Buddy channel, JOE space BUDE. If you want to subscribe to Joe Buddy and see what he does in about 90% of his videos, they're catered towards me and their response videos towards me, go right ahead. There's Joe Buddy. There's another gentleman named Jamie the Purple Pill, who I connected with well over a year ago, and I was trying to create a great business and friendship relationship with him. And after I got to know him and just how he is as a person, I withdrew. You know? But Jamie is a graphics designer, and he created this logo using the Ghostbusters logo, and instead of Ghostbusters, he put Cuckbusters. And that Cuckbusters logo was created to basically bust me, because they've always called me the cuck. So you have these guys, Jamie the Purple Pill, Joe Buddy. You have another guy named the Bearded Nemophilist, or the Bearded Nemophilist, whatever you want to call him. And then you also have another guy who's joined them. His name is Eric Wade, also known as Dynamite Rabbit. Okay, those four guys are the guys primarily that congregate primarily on Joe Buddy's channel on live streams, but sometimes on Jamie the Purple Pill's channel. Okay. And then there's also another guy that I did a response video to recently. His name is JB Gunner. He used to run the MGTOW Mindframe channel back in the days where I ran my former YouTube channel, and now he rebranded his channel to Red Pill Mindframe. And JB Gunner, ironically, who basically, trolled me and harassed me and basically made my life so miserable all of last year, he's backed off. So I actually respect that, believe it or not. I still don't like what he did in the past, but quite honestly, he's focusing more on his content, and he's realizing that maybe it's not worth feeding into this anymore, or attacking Coach Eli. So anyway, back to these other characters. And there's a City of Redwood City truck here. I want to move past it here. It's a diesel truck. It's loud. Maybe I'll just turn around this way. I'm trying to avoid areas of high traffic, because some of the things I'm talking about, I don't want to offend the people out here, or I don't want to interrupt them, more so, like I usually say. So these four guys, they get together on a regular basis. Back in the days on my former channel, when I used to really feed into their stuff, I used to go on live streams with them through Hangouts, video and voice. And then I used to also participate by typing into their live stream chats. And it was crazy. It was toxic. It was just one of the worst environments I participated in ever. And when I started my new YouTube channel about a month ago or so, and I came back on the scene, I wasn't even acknowledging them or talking about them in any of my videos, which is what I'm trying to say. Because I figured, look, you know what? You don't talk about them, they're going to not do response videos or talk about you or try to poke you or anything like that. That's what this guy, Jamie the Purple Pill, was saying. And Jamie the Purple Pill has actually been pretty congruent. He's maybe done one or two videos on me. But Joe Buddy, this guy named Joe Buddy, I feel is extremely obsessed by me, completely obsessed by me. As I said that, Joe Buddy, you're obsessed by me. Because Joe Buddy, who is also known as Robin Banks, so we'll dox Robin Banks right now. You know, when I shut down my last YouTube channel about 4+ months ago, I started doing videos on Facebook, and I had no plans on coming back to YouTube. Okay? So what happened? This guy, the sock puppet account named Robin Banks, was downloading my videos from Facebook and uploading them to YouTube on the Robin Banks channel. And then I found out over the last several weeks, because I have my sources, that Robin Banks is Joe Buddy's sock puppet account. So there you go. Most of you probably knew that. Some of you knew that. Maybe you didn't. Who gives a shit? No big deal. So Joe Buddy was uploading my content to his Robin Banks channel, even after I left YouTube by shutting down my former channel about 4+ months ago. And I was only uploading on Facebook to get away from it. So Joe Buddy was obsessed to the point of where he followed me on Facebook and would download my stuff and re-upload them. And if that's not bad enough, when I got back on YouTube, okay, I wasn't mentioning him or anyone else. He immediately started doing 1 or 2 live streams a week for a couple hours each stream, 2, 3, 4 hours each stream sometimes, to dissect my videos live on the air with, people such as Jamie the Purple Pill, Eric Wade, a.k.a. Dynamite Rabbit, and the Beard and the Mothless, whoever's available on that particular night when he goes live. But a lot of these guys will participate through Hangouts, and they will critique my videos live on the air. And then, furthermore, if that's not obsessive enough there, okay, and crazy enough, you've got all these other people in this chat that I will mention by name because these are pretty much sock puppets. These are pretty much fake sock puppets. Some of them are real, some of them are not. You've got a guy named Marcel Harding 5, or Marcel Harding, who is the biggest two-faced motherfucker on the planet, he tries to reach out to me privately and say, hey, welcome back, coach. Great to be back. Let's reconnect. And then he goes and talks all this shit about me, through the live streams. He calls me cuck. He does all these things. Marcel Harding, this may not be the most professional thing to say to you, but you are the dumbest fucking man I've ever met in my fucking entire life. And that is definitely not professional. I know it's not. So my apologies if I'm coming off unprofessional to the good people out there, but I don't give a shit. This is who I am. You are not the sharpest tool in the shed. Two-faced motherfucker. So you have a guy like Marcel Harding 5, and you have a couple other people in there, Mr. and Mrs. Kosnake, that say they live nearby where I live in Northern California. And they talk all this smack about me. They're like obsessed with me too. And they were mentioning, like in yesterday's stream, I caught your stream, Joe Buddy. They were mentioning that, I'm thinking about driving to see Coach Eli and pay for his services. Stop talking out of your ass. Okay. You've got other people in there that are creating fake troll sock puppet accounts using my brother's name, using the names of former people in my life, etc. You've got a bunch of these people that have congregated between the Joe Buddy channel and between the Jamie the Purple Pill channel, and sometimes the Beard and the Mothless channel whenever he can go live, which is not that often because he works 2 jobs. Okay? And all they do is they get together once or twice a week. They critique 1 or 2 of my videos each week for 2 to 4 hours, and they say the same old shit every single time. Same old shit, different day. Same people, too. The same fucking people that are big fucking losers. Again, being a coach that I am, it's not the most professional thing to say. I get it. May not be the most professional thing to say, but I don't give a shit because I'm being real. And that's what makes me professional. And I look at this behavior, this obsessive behavior from Joe Buddy, where he just can't stop doing response videos on me live with the same fucking audience that talks shit about me in the same exact ways, and the same people on this show, the same boring people, Eric Wade, aka Dynamite Rabbit, Jamie the Purple Pill, and sometimes the Beard and the Mothlist. All you guys do is you talk about the same shit. It's the same thing. It's like watching a fucking rerun. The only difference is that, you're playing one of my videos that has a different topic on it. But your responses are exactly the fucking same. That's all you guys do. You congregate together to obsess over me. And quite frankly, it's like, I'm laughing at this shit. Now, there was one comment that Janie made. Joe Buddy, I'm not going to respond to any of your requests because I don't give a shit. And honestly, Joe, I don't give a shit about you. I don't. I really don't give a shit about you. I don't wish any harm upon you, Joe, but I just don't respect you. Your behavior is unorthodox. Oh, I forgot you're Christian. So maybe we'll give you a pass on that, Joe Buddy. Okay? But Jamie the Purple Pill guy was saying, well, Coach Eli is feeding into it. Eli is feeding into this. What he's not doing is chatting in the live chat or coming on streams with us anymore. Of course I'm not, Jamie, because what's going to happen if I come on those fucking streams, you little bitch? What's going to happen on those streams? All you guys are going to do is gang up on me. All you guys are going to do is talk shit about me, and you're going to try to anger me to get ratings. And quite frankly, I'm a better person than that. I'm no longer feeding into that. I haven't fed into that since my former channel. And I'm not going to chat in your chats because all the people in the chats are all the people in your chat box, Joe Buddy and Jamie, are fucking morons and idiots. They're obsessed morons and idiots that have no fucking life. Because if they had a fucking life, they would have better things to do than focus their time once or twice or even 3 times a week for 2 to 4 hours at a time to sit around and talk about me. I'm so fucking happy that I am that important to you folks, whether you like me or not. And you guys don't like me in this group. Whether you like me or not, I'm thrilled that I'm that relevant and important enough to you folks to the point of where you take that much time each week out of your miserable fucking lives to talk about me. And I laugh about it. So yeah, Jamie, the Purple Pill guy, hey, I'm never going to come on a live stream with you guys ever again. I'm never going to come on. I'm never going to participate in the chat where you and your trolls are in there. And then when I do start my live streams, more than likely I'll be starting them soon. I am going to have an army of moderators that will squash and ban your fucking asses if you try to come in with your multiple sock puppet accounts to distract my chat. I've made friends out here, Jamie, just like you fucked up when you first came out here on YouTube years ago, and you got hammered. You learned from that, Jamie. You learned how to better handle yourself. You learned how to better deal with this shit. Well, now it's my turn. I've learned how to better handle it. And I'm not going to put myself in any position, especially with you crazy, stupid-ass, obsessed fucks, to get on a live stream with you and try to have a civil conversation with you guys. Are you fucking kidding me? Or even talk in your chat where I'll get timed out or even fucking banned? You guys behave like little fucking kids. Obsessed little fucking kids. Fucking, I know 4-year-olds that are more mature than you fucks. And Joe Buddy, before I wrap this video here, because I think I've gone, how long have I gone for? 54 minutes. I really need to wrap this up. A lot of my videos lately are going over an hour. Joe Buddy, here's the thing, man. I don't respect you, Joe Buddy. I don't dislike you or dislike anybody. I just don't respect you guys. I have zero respect for you guys. And you, Joe Buddy, I have negative respect. Joe, you're a smart guy. And actually, when you're not out there, trying to project your views on the people and criticizing other people in an unreasonable way, okay, you're a pretty smart guy when you want to be. But whether your viewpoints are true or not true, it's very difficult and impossible for me to respect you when you use a fake name of Joe Buddy, you have a fake avatar, you don't show your fucking face, and you talk a bunch of shit hiding behind the fucking computer. Joe Buddy, you're like a little bitch hiding. You're like a little bitch hiding, Joe Buddy. So why don't you come out wherever you are. Show your fucking face, like I do. Use your real fucking name, like I do. Put yourself out there. Allow yourself to be vulnerable like I have, because I'm a real fucking man. But you're not gonna put your real name out there, Joe, or use your face, because you know what'll happen. You know what'll happen by the people that I'm now associated with. They'll fucking probably dox your ass. I wouldn't want them to do that, but they probably would, to teach you a fucking lesson. Because you're afraid of being doxxed. You're afraid of people sending you a bunch of pizzas, ringing your phone off the hook, harassing you in the same ways that I was harassed last year because I have my real name and face out there. But just because that happened to me doesn't mean I'm going to stop using my real name and my face. This is who I am. I'm not afraid to be me, and I'm ready to take whatever happens to me. I'm ready to take whatever happens to me, regardless of what that is. I'm not afraid to put myself out there. I cannot respect pretty much anything you say or do, Joe Buddy, because as far as I'm concerned, you're a fucking troll. You mentioned on your stream yesterday that I know you're not a troll, that you and I have had some civil conversations before. I know you're a real person, Joe, but you're a real person that hides your face and hides your name and talks a bunch of shit. And I just don't feel it's right, and it's impossible to respect anyone that talks a bunch of shit, that hides in plain sight. You hide in plain sight, Joe Buddy. These guys are obsessed, folks. Now, the topic of this video is obsessive. Obsession is unhealthy and unattractive. This was an extreme example here. This was definitely an extreme example here of obsessive behavior. Okay? But I'm going to wrap this video by saying this. Okay? The less obsessed you are about something, or if you're not obsessed about anything, the better shot you have of making it work. Go out there and just be yourself. Don't stress over anything. Don't focus on one single thing and make it your entire life and turn it into something that you're dependent on to be happy in your life. That's obsessive behavior. Do not obsess over anything. Take everything in strides. One day at a time. One thing at a time. Okay? Don't focus too much energy or any energy on things that aren't working for you. Try things out. Try things out. If they don't work, maybe try it a second time, try it a third time. If after 2 or 3 times something you try to make work doesn't work, move on from it. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe take a break and try again in 30 days or something. Okay? But don't obsess over shit. Don't make a big deal over shit like these guys. They make me the biggest fucking deal on the planet. They make me the biggest fucking deal on the planet. And I'm coming out here and saying I'm just a normal, average, everyday human being. That really doesn't want to hate these people. I don't hate any of them. I just have no respect for them. Maybe I've said I hate them before out of anger and, letting my emotions go. That happens. Every man and woman loses their shit at times, but you should try your best to not to. But yeah, I don't hate these guys. I just have no respect for them. And here's one thing for you, Joe, to see if you're really obsessed with me or not. And again, this may be one of the craziest ways to discuss a topic in regards to obsession being unhealthy and unattractive, but Coach Eli goes to the extreme. He shares extreme examples, unlike anyone else. That's what makes me different. Joe, here's the thing. One of two things, Joe, and you don't have to respond to me. Your behavior will state your answer. So I don't even want a response from you, Joe, buddy, because again, like I said, your behavior will dictate your response. Okay. You're either obsessed with me, and you can admit that to yourself, or if you're going to say to yourself, you're not obsessed with me, then why don't you stop doing response videos on me and never do another video on me again? Now, I'm not telling you to do that to back off because, quite frankly, I'm highly entertained by your videos on me. I'm highly entertained not because of what you say, because of the fact that you waste your fucking time along with these minions you have, all these fucking idiot people that are on your hangouts and in your chat, the same fucking people that congregate there 2-3 times a week and feel that's worthy of their time. Okay? I'm not telling you to not do any more streams or videos on me because I don't want you to. I don't care whether you do them or not. I'm never coming on your show again, and I'm never going to participate in your live stream chat. I may check them out every now and then to see what you guys are saying just for shits and giggles, but that's as far as it goes. But Joe, one of two things. Either you can admit to yourself that you're obsessed with me completely because I honestly feel you are based on your behavior, or you can say you're not obsessed with me and then just completely cut off all interaction with me and stop making any videos on me. Joe, you cannot stop making videos on me. You're going to probably make a response video on this tonight. You're going to see when this gets released. And what you're going to do, Joe, is either immediately or later tonight or by tomorrow at the latest or so, you're going to do a response to this because it's going to trigger you. I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm just sharing an example here of somebody that's really obsessed. And obsessive behavior is unhealthy and unattractive. God, it makes me even wonder, how your wife puts up with this shit. What does she do while you're doing this shit? What the fuck does your wife do, Joe? And your son, what do they do when you're on YouTube jacking off with a bunch of idiots critiquing my videos all the time, for your entertainment purposes? I don't know what to say, but I need to wrap this up because we're now at an hour and 4 minutes. All right. Just to let you folks all know, this might be the last video I do for the next 3 days. I may be going on a bunch of hikes this weekend. I mean, I may get a chance to do a video on Sunday, but I'm not quite sure. But if you get no other content from me besides this until this coming Monday, just want you folks to know that I'm okay. Also, just to make people aware, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video. Mad Shangy has been MIA, missing in action since New Year's Eve when he was supposed to do a Panathon stream on his channel. And, all of us that are in the Mad Shangy Discord, are worried. We don't know where he's at. Hopefully he's okay. I hope he's alive. You know, I hope he's okay. But who knows? Maybe he's playing us. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. I hope it's something like that. I just hope the guy is not hurt. I hope the guy's not dead. I hope the guy's not arrested or something. But he's been missing. Nowhere to be found. No one can reach him through social media or the Discord or anything. So, just say your prayers for Shangy, whether you like him or not. I don't wish harm upon anyone, and neither should you, even if you don't like that person. Just because you don't like someone, you shouldn't wish harm upon them. Just, give them peace of your mind and walk away and move away from them. That's the best advice I can give you. All right, so with that being said, folks, have a great one. I'll see you all soon. See you all next time. Bye bye.